Proposition 122, Access to Natural Psychedelic Substances. It's a citizen-initiated proposal. Among those substances are psilocybin mushrooms, also known as magic mushrooms. Proposition 122 would amend the state statutes in the following ways. By late 2024, allow the supervised use of psychedelic mushrooms by individuals aged 21 and over at licensed facilities and require the state to create a regulatory structure for the operation of these licensed facilities. It also allows the state to expand the types of substances that may be used in licensed facilities to include the use of additional plant-based psychedelic substances, dimethyltryptamine, ibogaine, or mescaline, starting in 2026. Decriminalize the personal possession, growing, sharing, and use, but not the sale, of 5 natural psychedelic substances by individuals aged 21 and over. Allow local governments to regulate the time, place, and manner of operation of these facilities, while prohibiting local governments from banning licensed facilities, services, and use of natural psychedelic substances, and establish penalties for individuals under the age of 21 for possessing, using, or transporting natural psychedelic substances, and for individuals aged 21 and over who allow underage access to these substances. Here then are the pros and cons for Proposition 122.
Proponents of Proposition 122 say the measure provides a potentially valuable tool for meeting the mental health needs of Coloradans. Studies have shown that psychedelic mushrooms and other plant-based psychedelic substances, combined with counseling, may provide effective treatment for severe depression, anxiety, and post-traumatic stress disorder. The FDA has specifically found psychedelic mushrooms may offer substantial improvement in treating depression more successfully than existing therapies. Increasing access to psychedelic mushrooms and other plant-based psychedelic substances may help people who are struggling to find effective mental health treatment. Putting people in the criminal justice system for using naturally occurring substances that have potential mental health benefits does not benefit society and costs taxpayers money. Possession and use of these substances are nonviolent offenses that do not pose a public safety risk. Studies have shown that psychedelic mushrooms are not addictive and that long-term adverse health impacts are rare, unlike tobacco use, which is legal. Individuals who are aged 21 or older should be allowed to access these naturally occurring substances without fear of criminal penalties.
Opponents to Proposition 122 say there are currently no approved therapies that use psychedelic mushrooms or any other plant-based psychedelic substances, and the effects of them can vary widely from person to person depending on the dose, frequency of use, and type of substance. Breakthrough therapy designation does not mean that the use of psychedelic mushrooms is safe or recommended. Further, DMT, ibogaine, and mescaline have not received a similar designation, and specifically ibogaine may cause life-threatening heart conditions. Proposing a regulatory framework for the use of these substances suggests that they offer legitimate treatment before they have received federal approval, potentially putting people's health and public safety at risk. Under the guise of healthcare, Proposition 122 legalizes drugs that have been illegal for over 50 years and forces local communities to allow use of these substances. It also provides broad protections for criminals by allowing convictions to be wiped from their records. By decriminalizing personal use, the black market for these drugs may expand and provide access to youth or expose people to psychedelic substances that are tainted with other drugs. This may create additional burdens on local governments which, under the measure, have limited say on what is allowed in their communities.